Hello,
Hi there.
welcome.
Welcome to our year in review here on the Brian Von Doom YouTube channel.
Yes, yeah. If you're new to the channel, you probably don't know, but every year for the last couple of years, in December, at Christmas, usually I put it up on Christmas Day if possible. I make a little video. I make
A
a video,
Yeah.
going over what's happened in the Irish community for the last year, obviously.
That's why it's called a year in review.
Yeah, I'm quite literal. We are very literal here.
We're a literal scene.
Yes, yes.
We mean everything we say.
So, but this year I'm kind of busy, and to be honest, there's just so much footage to go through from the last year because I really kind of
We outdid ourselves
Yeah,
this year.
this
You
year.
outdid yourself this year, and the scene, even though there was I feel like there was probably fewer tournaments this year than last year.
I think the quality of the tournaments was way
This
higher.
is it. The quality of the tournaments was a lot higher.
Yeah,
So
like a year ago when I was at a tournament, I could probably just have ignored everything before semi-finals to be
yeah,
there'd be
Yeah,
one good player in each fight.
no, definitely.
Whereas now,
Now there's 6 Marvel players. You don't get to go straight to semi-finals. You have to do a few quarters.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and I can't do my shite anymore. People are getting too good.
I know.
Is this not safe for work?
Oh, this is safe. This is relative.
Relatively, yes.
I mean, everyone knows that I'm always safe for work.
True.
So I'll balance you out.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try to be relatively.
By the way, you're here with me, Dark Onion.
Yeah.
You don't recognise my chocolate smooth voice, and
AKA Paul.
don't tell people.
I'm not going to say your second name.
I'm joking.
And what name? Dr. Doom? Brian Von Doom?
Brian Von Doom, Doctor Doom,
Brian.
Guile,
Brian.
Brian.
Irish Guile. Not you, Steve.
Would you rather I refer to you as Brian? or-
Actually, no personal preference.
I'll go with Brian.
Okay,
Because we're all friends here in the community,
More or less.
more or less. Minus Life Pharaoh.
There's going to be a lot of variable action with this, is there?
No, it's just when it comes to me.
Also, just have to apologise for the poverty nature of this podcast.
What are you talking about?
Oh, this is totally pro. Totally pro.
Tell them why there's a microphone in a glass.
There's a microphone in the glass recording. It's because someone who shall remain. It's not me. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Go
It's
on.
all my fault. Someone took microphones out of my recording case, which has all my recording gear, my giant silver case, and didn't put them back. So I brought the entire case, which probably weighs a good few stone.
It's a heavy thing to lug around.
Yes, and the only thing I didn't bring was 2 microphones to record the podcast.
So
I have a mixing desk, no microphones.
So me being the great person that I am, I have one Rock Band microphone in the house because it's my thing. So then we were like, let's leave it on the table in a glass, and there you go. So this is probably going to come out really badly,
Yeah.
and it probably won't even be usable. But Brian is a money hoarding sort of guy,
That's
so
it.
anything that goes on the channel and gets you a few views.
If this gets 50 views, happy days.
Cha-ching,
Yeah,
So
you know.
thank you for paying Doom.
Yeah,
and
sending my kids to college.
future children of Brian Von Doom.
Doomlets.
The Doomlets. You are paying for his college education. Maybe we should move on to actually talking about interesting things.
Okay, well,
Because otherwise there's going to be a comment in the YouTube video that says starts at
Starts at X, Y,
346.
Z.
Yeah, or whatever.
all right, I have a
It just went past 346.
wow.
I'm a genius.
That's amazing, Paul. I'm gonna cut the first 50 seconds off this.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Alright, well, I have a list of all the stuff that happened this year.
You're very prepared.
Oh, totally. I made a text file with stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was hungover this morning. But some of it is directly relevant to our scene. I guess we'll talk about the personalities in the scene a bit. And, because there are a lot of people now. I'd say 80% of my views come from America at this point. And
Really? 80%?
80%, I'd say about 5.
Hello, America.
Hi, America.
Welcome. Welcome to our year.
Yeah, and I would say approximately.
Should we speak slower for them?
That's a good point.
Welcome.
no, but it is true. Irish people speak very fast.
Oh, I just meant they're all thick. No?
This like his channel, not my channel.
My
put a
channel
link.
is, what is it? Link Zero Kokoshi? What is it? Kokori. Something Japanese. It's terrible.
Oh god. Right, so yes, I don't know. the first thing that really happened this year was Soul Calibur 5 was released. I don't know. I know nothing about Soul Calibur. Do you know anything about
I know things about Soul Calibur.
Oh, you live with Fergus. You don't live with. He lives with a girl, but
Fergus is in this house sometimes.
yeah, and he plays every fighting game.
He plays all the fighting games. I don't know if he plays Soul Calibur, but I can tell you that that game contains people
It does.
fighting in a 3D plane
Yes.
with blades
Yes.
of some description. They don't have to be swords. This
Yeah,
is
yeah, they're just
circles,
blades. Yeah.
giant hammer
And
swords.
some of them are soulful.
and some of them are not soulful.
Yeah.
I believe halfway through the game, the bonus stage sings like a sort of Aretha Franklin tune.
Yeah, and I believe there's some weird.
You have to calibrate halfway through.
That's
pretty much the whole title covered.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah, and there's some weird boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister thing going on
Really?
in the actual story mode.
There you go. There's some actual information
Oh,
about Soul Calibur.
and relevant to our scene, Irish Soul Calibur players are some of the laziest people in the universe, except for about 3 of them.
Yeah,
Including the Witch.
there is the few people who constantly complain about Soul Calibur not being in tournaments, and then
They don't go to the tournaments.
go to the
when they're on,
tournaments, make the tournaments, go to casuals. That's a very important part of it. Going to casuals. Look at-
What I thought was amazing was I ran into an Irish Soul Calibur player at the World Game Cup.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, went to France to play Soul Calibur.
Went to France.
Never attended one. He's Hugo. He's a lovely guy. He did really well. He got top 8.
That's class. So Soul Calibur didn't really take off in Ireland.
No.
Not really our cup of tea apparently. 3D games in general, up until a few months ago, seemed to be not in.
Well,
to be honest.
we had this, like, we're basically an online community in Ireland. There are people who played fighting games before, but like we didn't start growing at all until Street Fighter 4. And like it seems to me like the closer a game is to Street Fighter 4, the quicker it will catch on.
Right.
Other games have taken their time, which is fair enough. Like, but Tekken, for example, is now finally starting to catch in Ireland.
It's great. Tekken, we can get onto that later.
Yeah.
Hey, Tekken guys. But Soul Calibur didn't really make any waves, and did we even have a Soul Calibur tournament?
Oh, we did. I believe there was one that maybe 6 people played in, and the Witch bet Dark Talent in the final. Like that was ever in doubt.
Yeah.
No offense, Ewan.
The Witch is our 3D fighting game
Yeah,
guy.
he's great.
Soul Calibur and Tekken is his
Yeah,
thing.
he loves them games. All right. Well, the first tournament of the year was Day of Champions 6. And it's a tournament that I'm still hearing about because that was the one with the legendary match between myself and Kuratao in the finals of King of Fighters.
Oh god.
The 30-minute final.
Oh, don't remind me. You reset that.
I came from losers, reset it, and then lost after losing 3-2.
Can you tell the audience how long that match took?
I think it took 32 minutes.
A 32-minute KOF is a long winded game, but we were so bad at it.
I was playing Guile.
You were playing Guile in a rushdown game.
Yeah.
We were so bad at the game that no one could stop that.
Yeah, and I got to the finals. Kuratao now, he bet me properly in the end.
Took him a while though.
Yeah, he had to.
Took his time about it.
Yeah, he had to try
Aileen
to.
never forgave you.
No, she still hasn't. She really hasn't. Aileen is a girl who organises a lot of our tournaments. Thanks, Aileen.
Runs them.
Runs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she has much organisational skills now.
That's all I said.
Trying to track it.
Moving on. What else was at that amazing Day of Champions?
Doiler seems to have beaten Lithero in the final of UMVC there.
Seems to have.
Seems to have. That's what the file says. And you came third, which means that Lithero bet you. Or is it Lythero?
It's Lythero.
It's Lythero? I don't know.
Hell if I know.
Is it Rue?
I just call it Scrub.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to make one of these with him. I'm just kidding.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Lythero came second, and I came third.
You came third, yeah. I don't
That I am. I mean,
I don't even recall that tournament.
neither do I.
We do a lot of tournaments.
We do a lot of tournaments, and it was at the start of the year, I assume.
Yeah.
January.
Early January.
What was I going to say? Was that the one with the Doiler Lythero money match, or was that later?
I think
Doiler Nutrient money
that was
match.
much later.
That was much later. Okay.
A well-known MK player took the MK tournament. Used for glue.
Used for glue.
Yeah.
Some man.
Mm.
Cursey tournaments.
He's little little unusual. Kuroteau came second. Kuroteau is kind of an all-rounder. He's like a taquito on the white and very small. Not like taquito at all, but he plays in a lot of tournaments, a lot of different games.
He does play in a lot of different games. He plays Street Fighter sometimes, KOF, Tekken.
Yeah, I think Tekken's his baby. I think that's his.
I think so.
Favorite.
I think so.
Yeah. And Joe won BB.
Oh, BlazBlue.
BlazBlue. Do you remember that game? Whatever happened to that?
I remember what happened to that.
Yeah.
All of the BlazBlue players. Well, no, hold on now. Okay, let's be fair. ArcSys did their first ever, the first ever PlayStation 3 region locked game.
And then everyone said, F you, ArcSys.
And everyone said, okay, you don't want to take our money. That's grand.
Yeah. We'll play Marvel.
The very sad BlazBlue players had to play on. BlazBlue had to keep playing BBC S2 and stopped coming to casuals, like the casual games that we play in Dublin for practice. And everyone, because of that, everyone assumed that that scene was dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then people stopped running tournaments for the game, and the game died out.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, no one can blame themselves other than ArcSys for that.
Yeah.
It was a ridiculous marketing structure.
Their mismanagement of their titles this year has been shocking. I think, like
they've essentially murdered that scene here.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'd say all over Europe. I'd say it's
no doubt.
Like,
well, obviously, America was lucky enough to get Persona 4 on time. We're still waiting for 80% of Americans.
Bear in mind, we speak the same language.
We speak the same language. Pretty much tree with a T with a TR.
Yeah.
But like we've been waiting. We're still waiting for Persona 4 just to catch the Americans up.
And do you know what's going to happen? The game's going to come out. No one's going to buy it.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it.
Protests. It's not even. I just do not care about that.
Yeah.
Game
I was hype. I wanted to use Chair Guy. You know his name.
I was hyped for Chair Guy too.
Yeah.
And now we'll never play it. Chair Guy will never be played.
Yeah. I'll buy Street Fighter X Onimusha or whatever is coming out at the time. Actually, I would buy that game.
Moving on.
Okay. Oh, that was what happened at that tournament of note. We had our youngest commentator.
Dormammu. Yeah, that was in the most recent
Fighting Game Fundamentals. Yeah.
Click here for that one.
I've never done that before.
No, you get first. It's like you're a real vlogger.
I know. So that was a great tournament. That was DOC. If you don't know, DOC's Day of Champions, DOC for short, is our kind of multi-game.
Yeah, it took actually a long time to evolve. It started off as the Wheel of Fate.
Yes.
The Wheel of Fate was the BlazBlue tournament.
Yes.
It was dedicated because the BlazBlue guys felt they got a hard deal, so they had their own tournament.
Which was
and then Street Fighter guys showed up to play casuals on the other side of the room. That was cool of them. Shoutouts to them.
Yeah.
And then complained when the BlazBlue guys wanted to do something during Street Fighter tournaments. Do you remember that argument?
At the start, I was kind of no casuals when there's a tournament on, lads. But at the end, it was just like, fuck it, do whatever you want.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So anyway, Wheel of Fate was the BlazBlue tournament. Mm-hmm. Then poor old Marvel came in and no one wanted to run tournaments, so it became Wheel of Hype.
Mm-hmm.
A double mixture of BlazBlue on one side of the room and Marvel at the other side of the room.
Marvel had a slow start as a tournament game.
It did. I know there was about 6 or 7 there for the first tournament. Mm-hmm. You put me out.
Yeah, you were so salty. I remember that. I was just hitting legs.
No one really understood the game at that point.
Yeah, I was getting away with bullshit.
And you were just chun-legging around the place. So eventually, we decided that we'd amalgamate that game, that tournament, and into the Day of Champions tournament, which had happened before that, which was a multi-tournament / team tournament event.
Yeah.
I remember the Azateri duo took that one.
Oh, yeah.
That was last year now.
Yeah.
And then that became Day of Champions and Wheel of Hype was amalgamated. And now we have this multi-tournament event which has pretty much replaced Inferno as well.
Yeah, it's pretty much our only...
It's our only tournament, which is kind of sad. Apart from Infergus.
Yes.
We'll get onto that though.
Yeah, that's later. Definitely later.
We should take a break to make sure nothing has broken.
We'll be back.
We'll be back in just a second.